Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
When there is war in a country, it is easy to lose people. Mothers lose children, children lose parents, sisters lose brothers, friends lose friends. Atita is in Gulu town, looking for her friends. All she has is an old photograph, taken 18 years ago. At night, she sleeps on shop verandas with all the children from the villages who are hiding from the rebels. It is a hopeless search, but Atita does not stop hoping. We're 5 of the 10 green bottles in the nursery rhyme that we sang all those years ago in 1985. 5 green bottles standing on the wall of life. 5 bright, smiling faces stare out of the old black and white photo. Our arms are around each other's shoulders, and we are looking towards the camera, our eyes shining. We don't notice the torn clothes that we are wearing. Our legs are covered with brown soil. We smile through our missing teeth. 2003. The photo of my past lies in my hands with the edges torn. It's brown with age. It doesn't shine in the light from the shop signpost above me. I pass the photo to Okema, who sits next to me with his legs crossed. There are a lot of us here, sitting on the floor of the shop veranda. A radio is playing loud music. I'm trying to explain to Okema why I've traveled back to Gulu town to search for the girls in the photo. We sit on the veranda because it's safer to spend the night in the town. The LRA rebels don't come to Gulu town. They only attack the villages. We talk quietly because we don't want to wake the other children who are sleeping. Okema and I are kept awake by the fear of the night. We talk to hold this fear back. In the distance, we hear gunshots from time to time. The faces in the photo are like strangers. I've been away too long. I'm not sure they'll recognize me when we meet. I begin to get an empty feeling inside me. Tears fill my eyes. Okema takes my hand and whispers, "It's all right to cry." Our eyes meet. I smile. My finger trembles as I pick out the faces. Leica stands close to me in the photo. She and I were born on the same day. We were more like sisters than friends. We had such fun together. She was the leader of the group and always had the craziest ideas. I wonder what she looks like now. Perhaps she's tall and beautiful. Why did you leave Gulu? Okema asks. I am not sure how to answer. We leave places because we need to start a new life. I left because my grandfather, Won Okech, died. I had lived in his house since my parents' death, and after his death, there was no one to take care of me. Then my mother's cousin, Min Komakech, appeared like a rain cloud and took me away to help with her children. I don't know, I lie. I quickly start talking about something else. How many children are left in your family? I'm the last of them, he says. That's why my mother makes sure I come to town every evening. I'm the only one in my family too, I say. We are 2 lonely stars. Sometimes I think this search is hopeless. So much has happened since I last saw my friends. Perhaps they have died, or the rebels have taken them away. But I know I have to find Leka. I know she needs me. All I have is this old photo, which no one recognizes. I spend my days under the sun, moving from place to place, but I get no answers. Okema is asleep. I'd like to sleep too, but I can't. Okema gives a frightened cry in his sleep. I know he has the same dream every night. In his dream, the rebels attack his home and take him away from his mother. That's what happened to all his brothers and sisters. And as they take him away, he can hear his mother's screams. He always wakes up then and finds me staring at him. I tell him that he's safe and that the rebels are only a bad dream. I pull him to me, put my arms around him, and start singing quietly. 10 green bottles standing on the wall. 10 green bottles standing on the wall. If one green bottle should accidentally fall. Soon he stops crying and goes to sleep again. I know he has slept on verandas in town for almost a year now, hiding from the rebels that attack the villages. When the sun rises, he'll run home to his mother, who sent him off to school. He's reading for his school leaving examinations. I shall become president and end the war, he says when he's feeling hopeful. I want to see my mother smile again, he says when he's feeling miserable. I go on singing the nursery rhyme as I look at the photo. We are 5 of the 10 green bottles on the wall. And if one green bottle should accidentally fall, which of us fell first? Gulu Hospital. I'm shaking with excitement. Leka is here. Someone guides me through the hospital, past patients lying on the floor. There are flies everywhere. I pass a bed where a little girl lies, crying with pain. She has no legs. An older woman sits beside her and tries to keep off the flies. A landmine. The guide whispers to me. I stare straight ahead and try to walk faster. When we reach Laker's bed, I see that she's asleep. We stand silently and wait. The smiling child in the photo has become this poor, sick woman. A torn blue blanket covers her body. The sheet on the bed is brown with dirt. I have waited 4 weeks for this moment. I was hoping we would laugh and talk about old times together. I did not expect our meeting to be in a hospital. I hold out my hand to touch her, but the guide stops me. She's still sleeping, he says. I say nothing. I wait. Suddenly, Laker's eyes fly open. She stares at us with no expression. I smile at her. She continues to stare at me. Her thin face frightens me. Her skin is oily and wet. The heat is awful. Surely the blanket is too hot for her. I move closer. Leka? I whisper, holding her thin hand. I don't think she remembers me. It's me, Atita, I say. One Okechi's granddaughter, Atita. I'm close to her, but I can't reach her. She opens her mouth. Otu. One Okech Otu. She's right. One Okech is dead. He died over 10 years ago. No one could forget one Okech. I remember once I told him about a game that we had played with some older boys. We called it playing Mommy and Daddy. When one Okech heard that, he was very angry and beat the 5 of us girls very hard with his stick. We couldn't walk or sit for a week. My friends told me to keep my big mouth shut in future. Yes, one Okech is dead, I reply. I want to know what happened to the others, but Leica still doesn't seem to recognize me. The guide tells me it's time to leave. I want to stay, but he won't let me. I bend down and whisper into Leica's ear. Leica, please, remember Atita.